I'm Dolo, and I'm good with
But
that.
don't fuck with me. I'm
backed by God, so I don't even know how to have the fear you need me to have.
Boy, if you weak ass niggas even thought of doing something to me, I light y'all bitch ass up.
I don't fuck with nobody. So when you fuck with me, I'm fuck with you.
You want to be somewhere where people are all trying to grow. And if you going behind, guess what they gonna do? Tell you, hey, bro, you either get right or get the hell on. You see what I'm saying? And them the type of people you need to be around because that holds you to a standard.
If you can't receive someone telling you something, and even if you don't like who's saying it, if you're focused on what they're who's saying it than what they're saying, you're not emotionally intelligent.
That's a fact.
You're emotional.
God put me through a lot of trials and tribulations so that I wouldn't get complacent, so that I could remember who the fuck I am.
Obsessed with finding myself now and not having to prove anything to anybody other than myself. I believe in wins and lessons. Ain't no such thing as a loss. Everything is a lesson.
Can't let nothing break you. I don't care what the situation is, my nigga. Don't let that shit break you, cause it's always a
Stay
way.
you. Be you, be different. Don't try to follow no ways. What work for somebody else ain't gonna work for you.
Oh, I'm trying to better myself. I'm trying to scrub and better myself. Bro, I'm just trying to be a better person. Yeah.
Giving your best is enough. And sometimes we lose track of that. So for anybody out there, you're enough.
If one door closed, another one don't open.
I'm someone you really shouldn't put your hands on. So just make sure that this what you want, because I'm not gonna stop, and I'm very resourceful.
See, I'm not one of them niggas that know a lot about a little. I know a little about a lot, bitch. I might not be the brightest candle on the cake, but bitch, I'm lit.
Yo, it's your boy Like Buddha Mike back at it again with another TikTok live reaction. What it do? Let me get off of this one. Alright. See, yo, what up, DJ? What up, Dennis? See guys in the building. Don't forget to drop the likes as you guys come in. I appreciate that. Everything helps. Family, let's get it. You know what I mean? I ain't gonna hold you to the scene. Just gonna show you the point. Click and bang. Is it going?
I'll be one shot. Okay, ready?
Bitch on the ride of my day like a Mustang. I got a watch on my wrist, is a bust down. See ya. I'm tryna hop on a flight out of town. See ya. But I see my baby to bring it right round. See ya.
Yes, let's get into the Lord's house.
I thank you, Lord, for my birth and everything that's followed. I thank you, Lord, for today, and I will pray for tomorrow. I thank you, Lord, for your guidance, because it's all that counts. And right here, right now, Lord, this is your house.
You see that shit? Bro, I know I'm not tripping. That can't just be no smoke. Bro, that shit look like clouds. And then it's cloudy as fuck.
I'm gonna say like this. I got fog where I'm at. Some fog. You feel me? So these niggas is out there. I gotta make sure this turns down a little bit. I don't want to blind myself. You feel me? But I do want to make sure I'm shining. Here we go. But yeah, man, it's dense fog out there. How's everybody else's weather so far? You know what I'm saying? I would get to go outside because I don't want to breathe in that shit. It's dirty. They don't do dirty. Only clean lungs.
You see how fast Trump gave them military people their money? That $1,700 right before Christmas, and it's already in their account and already pending in their bank account, and they can actually see it. Yeah, we're not getting those stimulus checks that he said that he was going to give us after the government shut down. You know how fast we would have got those? Just like they getting theirs. Yeah, so don't believe the hype that you're seeing on the internet. Trump is not sending out any stimulus checks no time soon, or you would have been had gotten them. However, he did bless the military for appreciation of the service that they're doing. For Christmas, he dropped $17,000 into their bank accounts. Good for them. But yeah, he's not sending out any stimulus checks. I don't even know why he would even say he was if he knew he was not. But we never know, things can change. He might send one out 2026. So keep your hopes up, and Merry Christmas to everyone.
Yeah, I thought I would have got my shit by the end of this year. It's clear now that was not what I thought was going to happen. Fuckery still continues. But 3 more years. Let's get it.
You see how fast Trump gave the military people their money?
They attacked us young. They made us go into their schools, their reprogramming center. And school is where you lost you at. Most people lost themselves and their soul in school. You went into school with all these big hopes. They asked you, what did you want to be? You had so many things you wanted to do. By 8th grade, going into high school, you a whole different motherfucker. What happened to that strong, pure, happy soul that was just so full of life that they now call innocence? That's not innocence, that's life. They rob us of life and fill us with death, which is a zombie-like death. They feed us with lies. They numb our emotions. They feed us emotions. They feed us lies about where we're at. They tell us all about what we can't do.
Trying to stop our motion. Trying to stop our motion. Let's keep the wave going.
It's approved, y'all. We will be receiving anywhere between $5,000 to $8,000 a month if you make less than $50,000 a year. Look, I'm going to tell y'all something. Don't go out going buying a new car. Don't go out putting down on this new crib. None of that. Go open up you a savings account. Go put it in your savings account. Go put it in your savings account and keep going to work. Keep going to work every day. That way, when you look back, you got something to fall back on, because it's hard out here. Sitting around waiting to get paid, check to check, acting like you balling when you out. You could take that $5,000 and put it up somewhere where it can, sit up for a while, you know what I'm saying, for a rainy day, versus sitting out here messed up. You can't buy no groceries. You mad at the government because they won't give you no food stamps. Man, look, put that money up in the savings somewhere. Sit on it. Take you a couple $100 out a month if that's what you need to do if you need something. Don't go buy any new designers and all this old extra shit, man. Put that shit up.
I feel you on that one, man. I feel you on that one. But I would really rather get some life insurance, you know what I'm saying? Because people out here trying to whack me. We might as well keep it moving, because that ain't going to happen, though.
Choice. You finna live it. You ain't got no choice, but remember, you finna live it. You're living it. You're going through the process right now as we speak. You are being recrystallized whether you want to or not. That's why your ass over there spitting up. And if you got I'm in the avatar, so I'm gonna go through I'm experience. I'm gonna have to, you see me talk. Why your head been hurting, nose been running. Shit, some of y'all, your ass probably been itching. And you know you been washing your ass. See what I'm saying? It's all type of different shit going on with you. Because of this galactic war, man. For real. It's a real thing. This is why I'm telling you what I'm telling you. I'm not choosing. They tell me when to get on here. They tell me what to tell you. I don't choose nothing. You feel me? I am everything and everything is me. I just flow with the universe. I don't fight against it.
I like how he said that. You gotta flow with the goal. Don't fight with it. The flow, the goal, the show must go on. Hey, but DJ, come up here. I want to listen to that music. You know how it is, support for support. I can't do it on my channel because I'm on the phone. It won't let me do that. But if you come up here, you can play your song. Let me do that.
Damn. Whole little flat. Georgia down to Florida, across the ocean. All of that was the capital of Atlantis. That's why I was talking about ley lines, because Atlantis on the 33rd parallel, which is another word for a ley line. The most powerful ley line on the planet, parallel on the planet, is the 33rd. Atlanta, Georgia is centered right on it. So it's the whole Mississippi River. It's many ley lines. It's the veins of the planet. She's, like I told you, she's alive. So like you got veins in your arteries and veins intersecting cross, it's the same thing the ley lines do. It's disguised and hidden on the map under longitude and latitude. I repeat, it's disguised and hidden on the map. The ones they can perceive, that's longitude and latitude. And the ones they can't perceive, but they know it's there, they call them ley lines. We can perceive all of them. So, you got to understand that in that Atlantean state, okay, we were still doing a lot of Black Panther-ish shit. And higher. Remember how she was in the lab? We was on that. And even higher forms of it, just to give you some form of a visual of what we were doing.
Yeah, that's some visual shit. But he won't go into it. Here he is.
See what I'm saying? I ain't even got to what I was gonna say. You see him? See how they moving? I told y'all, those who've been following me, right? Following this channel. I've been told y'all, I'm public enemy #1. I told y'all that. But why would Rashad Jamal be public enemy #1? What is Rashad Jamal doing that's making these people so mad they run these platforms? So they kick me out live. That ain't new though. But YouTube ain't kicked me off in a minute though. See what I'm saying? They ain't did that in a minute. But today, I'm gonna address some real serious shit. They can kick the nigga off. Let him who has eyes see clearly. What we have here is a situation, family. Y'all waking up out there.
But guess who's responsible for the majority of this awakening? Me, Rashad Jamal. I'ma just say it, because I never say it. I never say it. I'm humble. I show love to other teachers and everything. You see? I'm humble. But today, fuck being humble. I didn't come to be humble today. Because sometimes you could be too humble.
You can be too humble. Just don't turn into a fumble. You know what I mean? Speaking of which, thank you, DJ. I would love to play your music. Like I said, I'm on my phone. Can't do that. Won't let me. I love to, but it won't let me. And you know, I could try, but only thing I could do is you have to send me a file that I can play it, but it won't let me do that shit. I don't even know how to work that shit. If I had a PC or a laptop, though, I would. I would. But staying humble is what we do. I like to thank Isaac. Send a donation. Send me $50 donation today. You know, Merry Christmas. Merry Saturnalia. You know what I'm saying? But that's why we running this stream today. You know what I mean? Show must go on. Show must go on.
Now here goes part 2 to your Blood Moon video, because I couldn't even get to Isaiah chapter 13 yet. And for everyone that follows me about the dragons and serpents, you're going to want to stick around for this. I told you all, everything that I tell you was already written. It was already written. All you had to do was read. All right, Slight. So I can see your Blood Moon with the dire wolf howling at the moon, which means that destruction is coming. Turn your Bibles to Isaiah chapter 13, verse 6. Howl ye, for the day of the Lord is at hand. It shall come as a destruction from the Almighty. And we're going to finish this chapter, you all. And remember, if you follow me because of the dragons, I'm going to bring a lot of this together for you. Just keep up with me. Verse 7. Therefore shall all hands be faint, and every man's heart shall melt. And they shall be afraid. Pangs and sorrows shall take hold of them. They
We ain't got no fear. You know why? Because we know we the originals here.
You see what I'm saying? You gotta really be on it to pull some shit up on Google. Cause for real, they could teach us this in school over here in the West, y'all. Cause this is an international audience. Everybody in here ain't in America with 3Ks, but the international people, yes, they fuck us over here. Don't believe, ain't no American dream, nigga. Ain't no American fuck. You see what I'm saying? American nightmare, nigga. Y'all need to stay over there where y'all at. Don't get fooled. None of the commercials. You come over here, land of the free. Niggas is not free over here, man. We ain't free neither. At least they show y'all not free, nigga. We a third world country too, nigga. At least y'all know who y'all is, right? Y'all be damn near still know who y'all is. Yes, y'all do. Nigga, everybody here from South Africa, half this shit they grew up hearing. Nigga, like, yeah, I've been heard of motherfucker. We the doggone, yeah. But over here, nigga, we hear it and be like, damn, I was on God Live the other day, and man, God said some shit, and I ain't even know. It was like, man, that shit had me all week. Like, damn, Joe, I never even thought about that. You see what I'm saying? Because we've been westernized.
Yeah. Can't even think about shit like that. Motherfucker, fucking whole paradigm up. You know what I'm saying? But don't shift too fast.
Promise niggas
It ain't gonna never blow over. Oh, yeah. Don't forget about Ted. That's the next one over. Next president they want to get over, you know what I'm saying? Can't be letting them people get over on us like that, but they gonna try to ease right in there. Ease right in there, you know what I'm saying? We became slaves to the system. I like how you said that. It's all playbook to them. All playbook. And they think that we gonna play fool. Everybody plays the fool. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes we win, sometimes we lose.
Rewrote the codes of the bullets to change their velocity to 0 velocity. This is why they don't teach us about science. Go look up bullets. Google, what are bullets? They're going to tell you that bullets are kinetic energy. The quantum realms is already open. The only thing missing is you, the master key. You are the master key. The reason you can, I'm just using bullets for example. You can stop bullets, but you have to go deep within yourself in meditation and understand what the bullet is first. If you try to stop the bullet without going within yourself to rewrite the codes, you're not going to stop shit. You're going to get your goofy ass shot, and then you're going to feel it because pain is a code that has been written into this computer program. Remember, they programmed you with pain when you was a baby. So to defeat this matrix, you cannot act like the codes don't exist. You can't do it that way. You can't do it that way. Because these codes exist. You hit your head against the wall, it's going to hurt because that's a code that has been written into you and into this matrix. So you have to rewrite the code. And you can't rewrite the code when you're in the matrix. You have to go outside the matrix to rewrite the code. Neo represents the algorithm or the hack in the matrix. Right?
Exactly. Yo, Boogie in the building. What it do, gazer? Open up them peepers. See, I got mine on. But let's keep it moving.
And then I remember where we're at, bro. We are in LA. This is deadass the weirdest city full of the weirdest fucking women, bro. Who do anything, any type of way to make their way. We are deadass in a generation of the weirdest woman of all time. She's residing in LA. The LA effect.
Yes, the LA effect. The whole trickery. Plot thickens, but she weakens because she did not do what she was supposed to.
She got mad because she got kicked to the curb after she found out that she was a side piece and not the main bitch. And then now she's trying to run a $2,000 credit on his name, trying to make him pay her out because her ego got bruised. That's what happened. Somebody in chat saying hoes mad. There's a lot of people in chat saying that actually.
It's because she's selling the P. She's selling the P for 2G. And he said, ooh wee, not me. Not after you just gave it to me for free. And she's like, yeah, well, all I had to do is say that you took it from me. And he said, no, not today. That's why I was recording what you say. I didn't record you. I just recorded the conversation that we had to. That's what you gotta do. Gotta be secure in your persons.
These puppets y'all see that own all this business, those are puppets. If you know they name, they puppets. The motherfuckers I'm talking to you about took their name out of the language. They don't exist. Do you understand that? So understand when people be talking about these Rockefellers and Bilderbergs and all this, those are fucking puppets, bro. Literally. who just been I just told you what they doing to stay at the top. They switch bodies. They not leaving. They can't go nowhere until the frequency completely, until the shit really hit the fan. I just told you they switching fucking bodies. Let that sink in. The queen, the king, nobody's left. They still here. So look, before frequency failed, when they was already trying to make shit happen, and remember, I'm gonna keep it simple so you don't get too distracted. Before the frequency failed, when they was already trying to figure out ways to hijack this bitch, when they was already trying to figure out ways to make shit fall, and who I'm talking about? Our ancestors, nigga. When they was trying to figure out ways to go against the source, to go against God, to go against creation, to go against nature, the number one things they started doing was manipulating spirits in the unseen. So when y'all hear about demons, most of these motherfucking demons that you hear about it's not demons. They're literally spiritual parasites. They feed off your aura. The fear that was installed in demons, and then the movies, all the scary shit, that vibration is attached to the motherfuckers who hijacked our frequency. They not even us. They have to worry about that. We don't. Nigga, the motherfuckers, they go. Bro, the demon word was made to just scare you, bro. It's nothing to be scared of. And most of y'all probably not going to experience that, and it ain't going to break away, the fear, until you experience trauma. That's when the fear leaves. There's no more fear, and that's when you can break through and you can actually astral travel in nightmares. You can see the nightmares, nigga. It's parasites. It ain't really, it's like little entities. Like, these niggas some hoes. I can't even explain how powerless these niggas is to the chosen ones.
Angela down in the building. What's up? What's up? How's everybody doing? Having you a Merry Christmas or Saturnalia, or you want to say it? You know what I mean? Like, yeah. But hey, we try and get that knowledge. You know what I mean? Watch out for them parasites. They everywhere.
Sleeping giants from different countries. Spain. Indian mountain, Antequera. Peru. Machu Picchu. Guatemala. Morant de la Hill in Escuintla. Italy. The Thinking Tree, Apulia. Mexico. Mexican volcano Iztaccíhuatl. Puerto Rico. Indian Face Mountain.
So these giants is hiding
Sleeping
everywhere.
giants from different countries. Spain.
Them motherfuckers, things everywhere, man. Everywhere. Gotta watch out.
Michael Jackson doesn't look like he belongs in those pictures. It looked like he was put there. Am I bugging out, guys? Michael Jackson doesn't look like he was in those pictures. He looked like he was put there. Like somebody photoshopped him. Shh! Shut up! And plus, there's people coming up with these original pictures that were taken. And people are showing that there were people added to these pictures when they weren't in these pictures. What's going on with that, guys? This is what people are saying. I don't know. I didn't take those pictures, so I wouldn't know what's real and what's not. But it doesn't look like Michael Jackson belonged in those pictures. I mean, he's not even here anymore. Rest in peace to him. So why would you even involve him in this? Shh! Shut up! Think about that, guys.
Now, Chris Tucker, he looks like he was in those pictures, bro. They did a good job with him. And ever since I seen him in those pictures, I removed Rush Hour from my video playlist. So what was Rush Hour really about, Chris Tucker? Because those pictures show that you was hanging out with those people. This is what those pictures said. I didn't make those pictures. I didn't take those pictures, so I wouldn't know how real those pictures are. Maybe I'm tripping, guys. Maybe Michael Jackson was there. But people are saying that it looks like he was photoshopped into those pictures. It's not a game. Of course, guys, entertainment purposes only. I don't know what I'm talking about. These are people's opinions, not even mine. I don't know, guys. Let me know what you think about those pictures. I'm out.
Stop playing with me, son. He ain't say shh or nothing. The whole rip. What's going on? Is this dude different? Sounds different to me. Maybe he got cloned too. You never know. You never know.
That has not happened. Donald Trump, he's going to deport legal citizens. Nope, that's not how that works. In fact, he's only been deporting illegal citizens. And for the losers in the back who couldn't hear me, read this meme. There you go. Trump is going to put black people back in chains, man. He's going to make them slaves again. Well, sorry to ruin your secret fantasy, but that's not ever going to happen. In fact, Trump did something beautiful instead. He pardoned a black woman who was falsely imprisoned, then hired her, made her the pardon czar for everyone who's falsely imprisoned. Oh, and that's for putting me back in chains? I'm free, bitch. Donald Trump is going to collapse the economy with tariffs. Nope. There's been zero inflation, and we've already had the tariffs on for 5 months now. Oh, and in last month alone, we already collected $30 billion. Do you know how much money we collected in 2024 in tariffs? $77 billion. And in last month alone, we already collected $30 billion. Oh, but no, you're right. It's going to collapse the economy. Oh, no, but I heard Donald Trump, he's going to end gay marriage. Again, wrong. My homegirl, she's gay, and she's married. Big married. And last time I checked, she's still married. Oh, well, look, I'm just trying to get a win, okay? I'm pissed. I placed all my bets.
He said, "Who gonna be mad at Mike when he said, hey, he better be mad, man. You shh. Stop playing with me, son. That's all we want. You know what I'm saying? That's what we really came for. He didn't do none of that. I'm just perplexed. You know, that's all. Is that the same guy? Is that our homie? Did they clone me? I don't know. Not me. He might be a clone me. Never know. Never know.
Where the hell we at now?
Massage parlor.
My goodness. This place is off the hook. I love Hong Kong.
You get massage from Chinese girl before?
No, but I heard it was the bomb.
Come with me. You pick any girl for you and your friend.
Any girl?
Quit playing with me, son. That's how you do it. You know what I'm saying? That's how you do it. But you know, hey, you ain't never late, Andrew. Stop saying that. Said that shit amazing. Yeah, he got the jaw split. Boy, get his wig collapsed. He probably lost 500 brain cells. Ain't getting none of them back. It's alright. He'll learn how to chew and smack. He ain't gonna be talking that though.
I could love you, but if the shit you got going on around you could cause harm to me or is disruptive to my peace, I'm gonna have to let you go do that. Cause I'm over here. And I love you enough to tell you the truth.
That's our mood in 2026, y'all. We telling the truth. Showing the proof. Said mad that Jimmy made that boy look like Jimmy Neutron. Hey, he had to split. That nigga had neutrons everywhere. Can't stand JP either. Shit. Or his brother. Either one.
You knew
Jeffrey Epstein, didn't you?
Yeah, I did. You know, we flew Bill Clinton and a lot of different. Well, that was a humanitarian trip to Africa, and I met him on that trip because it was his plane. I didn't know who plane we was getting on, but it was a whole bunch of dignitary people. We was with a delegation, and yeah, I met him, and you know, you don't know people what they do in their private lives, so yeah.
But tell me this, Chris. You was on this private plane, and you could tell that it was a private plane because they called it, was it Lolita Express?
Oh yeah, it was a private plane. Yes. Oh yes.
But wait a minute. You didn't never go to that island, did you?
No. I don't know where that thing at.
You see how these clones be acting, y'all? Take that brother's soul. He didn't even want to smoke weed no more. You know why? Because the weed be letting you know. The weed be letting you know. You know damn well where that out of it. You right. You've been on so many of them private flights and Bill Clinton and all them niggas playing with them little kitties. Nasty ass sons of bitches. But we gonna keep it moving. You know why? Because I'm too fly to let that guy take me down. I'm gonna keep it going right now.
Help humans understand it's their own body part that is missing. Put it back, pay attention. Paying attention is the key. It's your epigenetics, it's your environment. But this is an active area. Anybody can do this and start increasing their intuition, their situational awareness, and your immune system. Hello, free stem cells. And then, if you want to understand how the system works, how the drone hunts you, and all those different biosensors, you can. Or you can be helpful to your local community and saying, whoa, bio-digital convergence? Dude, I did not sign up to be a cyborg. And I appreciate that y'all want to work from home or whatever your drive is, but I don't want to be hooked to the cloud. I want out of this system. I do not want this going forward. If other people do, we got to find balance. We got to do something. Pardon my nose. But until we can bring it out in the open that you're violating human anatomy, until you can get that in front of people properly, the human trafficking is going to increase because these are synthoids. They don't eat food. They use peptides, amino chains, neurons. It's a new biological economy. These people have gotten away with all of this because they're using a secret communication system. They're not using the basic bitch internet. They're using body area networks. You want an EMP? You EMP the radio frequency internet that we're using. They're just fine. They're not going to be bothered. They will not be interrupted. Now, why would that be? Because you're lying out there still. You're scaring people every 5 minutes instead of, listen, are you electrical? Is your body electrochemical? Yeah. Did you know that you're tethered to the cloud? Did you know there's a Pentagon directive involved with that body tethering? Then you probably should, because Lavender AI is not going to stay in Gaza. It is already here in the United States.
The fuck is Lavender AI? Huh? What the fuck is that? Man. I gotta do more research. Gotta do more Lavender AI. Alright, phone, you heard me say it twice, so you know I gotta get that. And we gotta clip that. Clip that. Damn.
Last week, I discovered in the jungles of Tennessee what looks to be a pyramid in the middle of nowhere. I was out there flying over the rural areas, studying the migration patterns of the mole rats, when all of a sudden this thing popped up on the horizon. I told the pilot, hey, what is that? Can you head towards that? And he's like, I think it's just a mountain. But as we got closer, I snapped this photo of it, and it clearly looks to be some sort of Native Americaner pyramid. It has treeage growth and vegetation all over it. And so I have contacted a Dr. Remy Demi, who's one of the leading scientists when it comes to archaeologicals in the United States. And he said, wow, this looks clearly to be some sort of pyramid structuralage. We are next week hiking through the jungles so we can go see it close up and dig down a little bit and see if there is an actual pyramid under it. I'll keep you updated, and as soon as I get close-up footage, I will post that. But this might change everything we know about the history of America.
See, this is the thing, man. You already know Mad Paximus. This motherfucker just lied. Because he ain't take that photo. That's a camera video. And obviously that's what people were doing in 2025 was lying. But in the age of Aquarius, information flows freely. You know what I'm saying? And in a free-flowing society, information is currency.
And the checks are already on the way.
The check's in the mail.
$1,776.
The dollar amount has special meaning. Carly, you said it. 1776 in honor of the country's 250th birthday.
So if you missed President Trump's address last night, he announced that there are going to be dividend checks going out to millions of Americans. Take a look at the latest headlines coming out today, December 18th, just in time for Christmas. Nation gifts service members $1,776 warrior dividend. Now, this is going to be in addition to the promise still of $2,000 checks going out to Americans all over the nation. That's going to be for everybody. Let me know your thoughts. Do you think he's going to do this? Well, take a look. As you'll recall, this coming out last month, Trump has promised $2,000 sheriff checks are going to be going out in mid-2026. He's saying next year, you are going to be getting those checks. Trump is committed to $2,000 tariff dividend payments, the White House says, and that is despite the fact whether Congress gets on board or not. We're hearing the White House is trying to see about getting these checks out without Congress's support, without legislation, some way to make sure that tariff dividend checks go out to the American people. Now, take a look at the latest headlines that have been coming out in the past 24 hours. As Trump commits to 2K tariff dividend payments for Americans, the Treasury Secretary, Scott Bessent, says that only this one group of people will be eligible. Are you going to be included in that? I'm going to let you know the details that have been coming out. And also, in addition to that, take a look. $2,000 stimulus check update. The U.S. Treasury Secretary, Scott Bessent, reveals when Americans will be getting a very large refund and who could be eligible. I'm also going to play for you the video footage of the entire clip there, so that way you can see what it was that he had to say about the warrior check of $1,776 that's going out right now. He said it's on the way to hit your mailbox as we speak. And let me know, are you glad to see what Donald Trump is doing? He also announced there's going to be some big changes as we go into 2026. In that announcement, he said, stay tuned. He said it's going to be one of the best economic years that we have ever seen.
Probably has been booming for the economy, but not for us. Dollars getting less, inflation getting more, pockets getting small, while theirs is getting swole. Something's got to give. Matter of fact, someone's got to go. Send them Rothschilds and all them other motherfuckers that came back on that boat. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying.
And in each galaxy, on each realm, I got my little shit I like. You feel me? And if I like my Flame Hot Doritos, G, get off my dick. G, that's just simple as that, nigga. You feel me? Now, nigga, you see me sitting on this bitch now. You see me sitting on this bitch eat some pork chops or something, that's a little different. You know what I'm saying? Niggas got the right to say something, did. I ain't trying to hear shit about it. Nah, cause you know, they be mistaken this. I don't know what they be mistaken the university for. Like, we get gangster in here, G. We gangsters, we real over rich. You feel me? We be ourselves in here, nigga. If I don't feel like having a shirt on, I ain't putting one on. If I feel like putting one on, I'm putting one on. You feel me? It's probably motherfuckers like, damn, I hope he ain't got a shirt on Sunday. And I got a wife beater on today. Then next Sunday, I hope he got some clothes on and I might not have no wife beater. You know what I'm saying? It's all about walking in your purpose, y'all. That's the point I'm making, man. Niggas want you to
Now,
walk
you
in
see,
their
Angela,
purpose.
he talking
You feel
about
me?
you.
I can't walk in your purpose.
Angela, he talking to you.
I tried walking in everybody else's purpose but mine, and it led me right back to myself. Like, what the fuck is you doing? If you don't be your motherfucking self, fuck what the world think. You think I give a fuck about what the world think, nigga? You think I'm gonna sit here and, since the camera's on, let me hide these Doritos, because I know if people see me eating Doritos, they gonna be like, why is he eating Doritos when he be saying all this? No, nigga, you think I didn't know somebody was gonna say something about some Doritos? Just like when I shot the night the video. Well, the video was nice, but why he had the goddesses in there naked? Because that's the way I felt. I can't be creative. You know? That's the way I felt. Now, if you paid for the video and hired the models, because ain't nobody in that motherfucker do nothing free. They was hired, paid actresses, nigga. Now, if you paid the shit, then hey, you could dictate the creative process. You have no creative control of anything I'm doing. You either gonna like it or not. If you don't like the information, exit the motherfucking university. Don't fuck with me. Be like, man, I don't like what he talking about. I don't like the way he delivered, and that's okay. I'm okay with that. But why aren't you okay with that? Because I'm okay with that. You see what I'm saying? I can't please everybody. You know what I'm saying? I can't, and you're not gonna stress me the fuck out trying. I'm gonna be Rashad Jamal, G. Sometimes I might get wild. Sometimes I might be poised and calm. You feel me? I might use some words you ain't never heard before. I might sound like I ain't got no vocabulary. It just depends on what point you catch me at. Wherever the energy take me, nigga, I'm going. This shit ain't scripted. This shit ain't written out. This shit ain't thought out in advance. This is what you call really channeling. I come from the soul with this shit. Ain't no scripts written down. You can't go nowhere else and find that. Everything you looking at has been scripted. Even when we vlog and that shit just flowing. Ain't nobody writing shit down. You feel me? I'm not no motherfucking scribe. I'm a revolutionary / intellect / God. You feel me? The only reason I even go to this shit is to give the gods and goddesses and the high vibrational beings that watch these lectures some form of reference. A lot of the shit I say you will never find in here. But guess what you will find it at though? In here. That's what I'm trying to get you to see. You see? Fuck going out there. Because, you know, these books are man-made. Because a lot of people are like, man, what, refer me to a book. I mean, I read a lot of shit I could refer you to, but on your spiritual journey, I don't want to mislead you. I don't want you thinking you need a book. Or me. I've always said you don't need none of that. Go within as you hearing the message. Fuck how I'm looking today. Fuck what crystals I got on, nigga. Fuck if I'm shiny or not, nigga. You see what I'm saying? Fuck if I look like I ain't been working out. Fuck if I look like I'm back working out. Are you receiving the download, though? Go within. That's been my message from jump. Go within.
Real talk, Kenan and the kid. Gotta go within. And he do got them Popeyes on him. Like he been eating that spinach and shit, getting his flex on and shit. But hey, we all should be getting our flex on now and then. You know what I'm saying? Because you never know when somebody gonna try to flex on you. Be prepared for what things do.
Bill Gates? Mark Zuckerberg? Really strange. This 19-year-old guy drops out from Harvard and founds Facebook, okay? And now he's a billionaire. How does that happen, guys? Well, it must be the American dream. Oh! ChatGPT, guys. Really strange. If you have a dream and you just follow it, you can be a billionaire in America. Yeah. It's all just a scam, right? Google. It's all just a scam. Okay? What you need to understand about these companies is they were all founded with US military technology that is public. Okay? The internet is a US military technology. Google, the search engine, it's all US military technology. And they were given to these guys for free. Why would they do that? Okay? Again, if you think that we're ruled by secret societies, and it's really secret societies that control the world, and they want this technology out there to better surveil people, it makes a lot more sense, right? Because if the Pentagon said, hey, we have this free computer that you can use, you'd be like, I'm not going to use this computer because you'll spy on me, right? But if Mark Zuckerberg says, hey, free Facebook, guys, want to use it? You're like, yeah, sure, Facebook, yeah. He's a dork from Harvard. Of course he can be trusted, right? Same strategy, okay, guys?
No, you cannot trust these people. They do not have your benefit in their hands. I mean, you can't gain anything from them, really. They're gaining everything from you. They know who you are. You tell them freely on Facebook, Twitter, you know what I'm saying? YouTube. We don't really care though, because I'd rather tell the truth than die a lie. Because these motherfuckers don't know when the fuck my time is, you know what I'm saying? I don't even know when my time is. They think they could take me out. They more than likely would. But I'm gonna do everything I can to stay alive, tell you guys what I know and what I can see. Observation is a gift, and being able to interpret it for others to understand is shit my purpose. So we all gonna learn something, because we all gonna die one day. But we gonna keep learning.
We're in a fucking silent war, people. You know what that means? Your thoughts, your emotions, and feelings on an intellectual mental level and on an energetic frequency emotional level, because emotions are energy and motion, they're being weaponized and used against you, dumbass. That's why everyone's so easily fucking distracted. That's why everyone's so fucking separated and in constant competition with each other, not realizing a person who's actually healing and on their journey can see right through the projections. People have this funny way of trauma dumping shit on people and projecting what they want to be or projecting how they feel onto others, when in reality it's just a direct translation of their own inner state of being and has nothing to do with you. It has nothing to do with you. It's actually their own reflection being projected on you instead of dealing with the internal disrupted problem, balancing and harmonizing the internal frequency. That is spiritual development, not your human responsibilities. I don't give a fuck if you don't like it. And the truth is, a lot of the world has their human responsibilities confused with self-enlightenment. See a lot of content of people complaining about their life and acting like it's spirituality, when it's honestly just their human responsibilities that they're complaining about. Okay? When you pay your bills, when you go to work, when you take care of your kids, when you pay your rent, your phone bill, when you have to put gas in your car, guess what? Those are actually mandatory of you to do as a fucking adult. And in fact, you'll find that the more you stop running from your human responsibilities and start running toward your human responsibilities, things start getting easier for you. There is a difference between human responsibilities and your spiritual enlightenment. But if you guys were to put that same fucking energy and attention that you put into celebrities and politics into your own fucking life, I promise you the world would be a better place overnight. Stop focusing on these fucking influencers and start focusing on you. You! That's when the real transformation happens.
That's what I've been telling y'all. You are the magician. Magic is in you. We got the magic in us. Everything we touch turns. It could be turning into dust. I don't know. Says whatever those lines are along the side of your tummy are. I got those. I don't know what they call, but it's like the V pattern. I know what you're talking about. Get you. I get you. Where we at now?
Okay, for those of y'all keep asking for me to draw it out, there you go. There's an eye here, an eye there, near Haiti and the Dominican Republic. The nose of it comes around here. Still has the holes in the nose, just like all the other pythons do. There's the bottom lip. Okay, this runs through Venezuela. Alright, and she comes through. Now, this one here also runs all the way up the U.S., the West Coast. The head comes here, and she starts to go up this way. Alright, hold on, let me wipe this off, and then we'll trace the top. Now that it is fully mapped out, do you see it? Can you see where the head starts in the Caribbean on the bottom right side of the page, where the neck is in Mexico City and the body goes through the bottom of Texas all the way up through New Mexico, Wyoming to Canada, and if you keep looking over to the left top corner, you'll see the tail, and the tail on this one has a barb on the end. Alright, so I'm gonna get a little closer for you all. Follow the earthquakes, people. Head, neck, alright, going through the body, runs all the way up around to the tail and the Bering Sea. I know you all keep hearing about having birthing pains. Bering Sea, because in this area here is the cloaca of the serpent. And what's a cloaca? It's their poop chute, or where they lay their eggs or have their babies. Bering Sea. And TikTok, none of this is real. It's all fake. 100% scripted. I wrote it. Then I mapped it out with my great imagination, like Steven Spielberg, but better.
Even when it was in the water, right down by like the midsection, you could see where the wing comes out and it splits off into the little finger parts of the wing. You know what I'm saying? That was weird. Women have to be careful though. They can be shredded in the midsection. Yeah. But if they stay shredded there, it will mess up their hormones and periods. Kind of looks like two backward C's, but not so curved. Yeah, the snake, tail, yeah. I don't know. But I feel like this winged dragon that we're on. We are the serpent people, after all. I mean, that's what America is. Let's be honest.
Today's streamers update, Nina Lynn just got permanently banned from Twitch after the entire shoplifting situation. People are celebrating online and saying Twitch finally stood on business. Cian just exposed Jason for allegedly lying about the Sakura situation. She says she never spoke badly about Jason or Sakura and claims no proof was ever shown. Whale just admitted he was upset that Kai Cenat didn't recognize him. He said it bothered him for days, especially after Kai spoke about mental health. Fans said Whale expected too much, while others say Kai didn't owe him anything. Melt just exposed Jay Sean Des after the car crash controversy. He claimed Jay Sean was dunk, uninsured, and driving recklessly. Plaqueboy Max just ignored G Herbo's son while he was having a date with Liz Cambage. Max later apologized, saying he didn't notice in the moment. Fans are calling it unintentional, and honestly, the kid was still adorable. Kai Cenat just being called by fans for promoting reading and mental health. Fans are calling him corny, but others said working on yourself should never be clowned.
Weird shit happening on these internet streets. But the beat goes on and on and on. Oh yeah, brother, the beat goes on.
Tell y'all right now, when the destruction starts to happen, it don't matter if you have a passport. You're not going to get out of this country. Now, let's talk about it. I've warned and warned and warned that this creature was woke and moving. No one wants to listen. And I told you why California is going to shake. For those of you that follow me, you know what I'm talking about. For those of you that have the eyes to see when I point it out, you know what I'm talking about. It's inevitable. It's not going to be something that the people of this planet is causing. It's just her awakening. It is the great awakening. This was never about you starting to wake up and think that you were so much more than what you were. We were greater in the past. For those of you that follow me, you know what you're looking at. For those of you that don't, each one of these circles are earthquakes. Now, I told you that this being, this animal right here, this serpent, this is the nose holds like a python. There's the mouth. Here's the chin. Goes around, up here. Let's see if
Serpent.
Hey, yo, did y'all hear this shit? Iran's leader just released a statement saying that if the United States and Israel keep fucking around, he gonna get busy on Experian, Equifax, and TransUnion. And by the time they're finished hacking them systems, every single American's gonna have an 800 credit score or fucking better. He said by the time his hackers get through, they're gonna forget who had mortgages, who had loans, who had all sorts of shit. Charge-offs is gonna be gone. Motherfuckers gonna wake up. Oh.
You know, that would be nice. Hey, let them do that shit. Fuck it. Fuck it. I need that. Come on now. You know what I mean? Good credit.
Israel has sacrificed a red heifer, the first step in the rituals of the coming of the new Messiah. Terrifying news out of Jerusalem this weekend as a red cow was sacrificed. This is the third time in history this has occurred, and the last time 2,000 years ago Jesus was born. Yes, this is kind of a big deal. Since the sacrifice has commenced in secret underground, by the way, they will begin rebuilding the third temple, which was last destroyed 2,000 years ago. But where they want to build the temple is now the third holiest site in Islam. So destroying this will attract a lot of attention from Muslim leaders, and some of them might do something. They have tried to bred these cows for over 30 years in the United States. And as the Jewish people are in Jerusalem, they have sacrificed a cow. All that is left for their Messiah to come back is building the temple. This stuff hasn't happened since 2,000 years ago, whenever Jesus came down. The only thing left is to destroy the third holiest site in Islam, the mosque in Jerusalem, and rebuild their temple.
Maybe that's the next play. You know what I'm saying? Maybe. We never know. We just know that they like to do that shit. Let's get it.
See, Curtis 50 Cent Jackson had a problem. He was 9 times, but the problem was that he knew who did it. Everyone knew who did it, but he couldn't do anything about it. The person who did his name was Kenneth. But why did he do it? Well, meet Ja Rule. Oh, you thought Drake and Kendrick had the craziest beef in hip-hop history? Nah, that was 50 Cent and Ja Rule. See, Kenneth is the most famous man that you've never heard of. See, Kenneth was the godfather of the streets. Everyone looked up to him, and a lot of people sold stuff for him. But Kenneth gets locked up. But when he gets out, he meets a guy named Irv Gotti. Irv Gotti says, I got a kid named Ja Rule. He can really spit. He says, we're doing rap stuff, forget the street stuff. Kenneth says, cool. Let's see, there was a kid named Curtis who didn't like that very much. See, Curtis was rapping too. Remember when I told you people sold stuff for Kenneth? He was one of those people. He didn't understand why they didn't have his back. But he said, you know what? I'm doing too much. Let me go meet Ja Rule first. So he goes to a video shoot for Ja Rule. He says, hey, I'm 50. Nice to meet you. I rap. Ja Rule says, no pictures. 50 says, no, I'm just saying hi. Ja Rule goes, no pictures. 50 Cent didn't like that very much. He goes home. He comes back. Kenneth watches him. He says, 50, come here. 50 goes, yes, sir. Kenneth says, look, kid, chill out. 50 says, he's disrespectful. Kenneth says, he's with me. Just chill out, please.
I didn't really get too much of that. I was trying to download some videos and it didn't work out for me. But I'm going to try again. Let's get it.
A person in a vehicle that matched your description was doing that. We didn't say you were doing it.
Okay.
And that's what we're coming down to.
But how do you define harassing? Someone just posted says they were harassing. Did you ask her what they did? Did you ask the person?
You said a vehicle. A person in a vehicle that matched your description was doing that. We didn't say you were doing it.
Okay.
And that's what we're coming down to.
But how do you define harassing? Someone just posted says they were harassing. Did you ask her what they did? Did you ask the person?
You said a red straw pickup truck was following her.
Is that a crime?
We haven't determined that. We just want to make sure.
Do you see where I'm going with this, sir? I mean, I understand you guys are doing your job, but do you see how this goes? I'm aware of my rights. You do not have, or excuse me, you have the right to ask me whatever question you want.
You're really enjoying this.
I'm not enjoying anything. You know what I am enjoying? How you officers fail to realize that those badges and those guns don't give you the right to violate other people's rights. Sir, you are. I've articulated to you that you are illegally detaining me. And because you choose to abuse your authority and not recognize that what I'm saying is a fact, you are illegally violating my rights.
The question is to find out if you are the one or not the one that was violating this other woman's rights.
But I've made it clear, sir, I'm not going to answer questions.
Well,
I've made it clear I'm not. You
You're
don't get
not
to.
cooperating.
Yes, sir. The fact that I'm exercising my rights does not mean I'm not cooperating, sir.
Yes, it does.
It does not. It absolutely does not. Now, if I was doing something against the law or resisting you in some manner,
we can't determine that.
But you don't get to question me so I can give you information so you can make a case or not a case. I'm not saying I am this person. I'm not saying I am not this person. But what you fail to realize is I do not have to speak to you, sir. And that does not give you the right to detain me until you get some information to charge me with the crime. You don't get to search and search until I say something or you twist something I say to use it against me. You gentlemen have a dangerous job. There is 19 unsolved murders in this city. Okay? You've got much better things to do than with me. Okay? I'm not a threat to anyone. What? Sir, there's 5 cops here. The gentleman that pulled me, and if he had any reasonable articulable suspicion, is no longer here. I'm assuming, I don't know where he is or where he's gone. You 3 gentlemen have no first-hand information. No first-hand information. This officer that pulled me over said he spoke with some individual that says apparently I was doing something that was classified as harassment.
No, we said. We didn't say
you didn't say that. I said that officer.
That your vehicle was told.
Now, were you here? See this camera here? Yes. That officer stood here and said he spoke to a woman that said I was harassing her and following her for days. I didn't say you 3, the gentleman that was here a few moments ago, that has now left the scene. So once again, gentlemen, hold on. Let me calm down. Once again, gentlemen, if you have a reasonable or articulate suspicion of me committing a crime or about to commit a crime, you have a right to detain me, ask me for my ID, which I will oblige you with, as I'm required by law. Short of that standard, you are illegally detaining me. I've asked to be free to go, and you are telling me until I give you some information, I'm not free to go. That is a violation of my rights, sir. Do you understand that?
Reasonable is going to give us right.
You know what, guys? I would love to give it to you because I used to be one of them. But because I'm aware of my rights and because of my life experiences with law enforcement, I choose to exercise my rights. Not to be difficult, sir. You guys have much more better things. See, that's just it, because people don't know the rights. And because LEOs, I don't know you three gentlemen personally. I quit a department because I ratted out the crook cops that worked with me. Okay? I'm sick of it. The corruption is everywhere. Every single cop in this nation is a liar. All right? I used to be one of them.
And you're calling 3 of us liars.
Yes, sir. If you're going to stand here and tell me you've never falsified tweets, twisted a report just for your benefit, or provided false information, or saw one of your fellow brothers in blue violate someone's rights or do something wrong, by the mere fact of you withholding that information and not going to your supervisor makes you a liar. In your life, you've never, ever lied. You've never, ever lied in your entire life. As a police officer, you've never lied in your life. Sir, you're allowed to lie in investigations. The Supreme Court has ruled you're allowed to lie. So your credibility just went out the window for me. I'm a certified interrogator, buddy. Don't sit here and play this game with me. You just lost your credibility. Now, any respectable person would say, of course I've lied. I've lied in the line of duty. I've lied in my personal life. Yeah. I got more integrity in my finger, buddy, than you've got in your whole body.
Okay, sir. Back to my original question
Yes,
when
sir.
I first got here.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Are you following somebody?
Yeah, that's crazy. That is crazy. To get pulled over and these people try to pin some shit on me for nothing. Cause man, that's just, they don't give a fuck who you are. They don't care about us. You know what I'm saying? I don't know about all of them, but I know some of them. No, I actually play with like couple, or I can't say couple. I actually play with one that's from the town over here. He's pretty cool. You know what I'm saying? He's not one of those try to fuck people over. He's more lenient. He don't care. You know what I'm saying? As long as people ain't fucking nobody up. He's one of those cops. You know what I'm saying? Yeah.
Oh my gosh, Diddy. Oh my gosh, Epstein. Did y'all know CERN opened a fucking portal yesterday? Did y'all know that? Did y'all know that? Stop being fooled by this bullshit, because they ain't dropping shit but redacted documents. They want y'all to focus on that shit so they can do what the fuck they want to the reality while nobody paying the fuck attention. Pay the fuck attention, people. Fuck!
I was having difficulties with it. Damn thing keeps kicking off the audio. I don't know why.
If I wanted to fuck you, then that's my call to want to fuck you, bro. I don't have to fuck anybody. You know how many people I know, real celebrities that I know, that's never moved like that ever with me in rooms that I've been in?
You want to know what she's referring to, guys? She sells, oh my grandma, who's help. Oh my grandma, this help. That's really what she wanted to say, but she couldn't say that.
Ho, she's a hoe. Hey, but the thing is, like I said, man, she gonna Amber Heard it. You know what I'm saying? She basically just shit on the pillow, and now she got to sleep in the bed. But hey,
I ain't getting nothing for criminal. Nothing. So you can show this to anybody who ain't getting nothing for. I ain't getting nothing for criminal, but guess what? I'm happy. I'm happy. I'm living. Hey, listen, man. The day is about being happy, man. So I want to wish everybody a Merry Christmas, man. I want y'all to enjoy it. When I say I'm enjoying mine, I want you to enjoy yours. And I ain't getting nothing. Hey, I ain't getting nothing. But I'm happy. Merry Christmas, man.
hell, hey, hey, man, Pies is a fool with it though. But he cool with it. I can't be with nothing else, man. But he Merry Christmas, bro. Said I ain't getting nothing, but I'm happy. You know what I'm saying? We here. Shit, matter of fact, I did get some because Isaac made it possible for me to stream today. Shouts out again to Isaac. You know what I'm saying? Let's get it.
Where the hell we at now?
Massage parlor.
My goodness. This place is off the hook.
I love Hong Kong.
You get massage from Chinese girl before?
No, but I heard it was the bomb.
Come with me. You pick any girl for you and your friend.
Any girl?
Just saying, man, that was some bad connections. You know what I'm saying? Motherfucking bad connections. I'm not sure, but I don't know if I copied this stuff, but I'm gonna keep it going.
So watch this.
There's a part in scripture that we either read too fast or we shout it way too slow. The tomb that Jesus was buried in was borrowed. You don't borrow what you plan to keep. And you don't borrow what you know you're going to give back. The Spirit said to me, Sarah, tell them this, the pain is a borrowed place. It's not a permanent address. Jesus died between thieves, but he was buried like a king. In a rich man's untouched tomb, wrapped in prophecy, guarded by soldiers, sealed by stone, but it still was just borrowed. Because the grave was never his actual destination. It was only a doorway. It wasn't a full stop. It was a comma, a hinge, a hallway, a holy pause before the whole earth shook with glory. And just like that, friend, your heartbreak, it's a borrowed tomb. Your exhaustion is a borrowed tomb. Your valley is a borrowed tomb. Your battle is a borrowed tomb. Your warfare season is a borrowed tomb. You may be buried in something that you did not choose, but you will not stay in what God never meant to contain you. Because pain, when placed in God's hands, is never possession. It is only transition. Jesus only needed a grave for 3 days. Your healing may take longer, but it is still temporary. Amen. Still borrowed, still marked return to sender, still destined to be emptied, friend, in front of every demon that tried to keep you there. The stone was not rolled away so Jesus could get out. He could have walked through walls. It rolled away so you could see in. It rolled away so you could see that nothing that you're facing has the authority to hold you. When heaven says this is temporary, come on now. Joseph of Arimathea lent Jesus his tomb, and Jesus returned it better than he found it, friend, lined with folded linen and eternal victory. If the Son of God can walk out of a borrowed grave, then daughter of God, Son of God, you can walk out of borrowed pain. Borrowed your fear, borrowed your sleepless nights, borrowed your season of heaviness, borrowed your current battle, borrowed. It may wrap you for a moment, but it cannot keep you because it is borrowed. Because heaven already stamped your situation with 3 words, this.
So all that moral is borrowed. Nothing is eternal. But hey, Max, peace, bro. Have a good one. Have a good one.
I thank you, Lord, for my birth and everything that's followed. I thank you, Lord, for today, and I will pray for tomorrow. I thank you, Lord, for your guidance, because it's all that counts. And right here, right now, Lord, this is your house.
Even though it's borrowed, I'm still going to try to use it tomorrow. Let's keep it moving.
Hey, ladies and gentlemen, this is Carmine Sabia for Explain America, and the House passed a bill yesterday, and almost every Democrat voted against it. Before we get started, please make sure you like, comment, share, and subscribe. Those little things really help us out, and they help our channel continue to grow. Now, the bill the House passed is a controversial subject. It is a controversial subject in particular on this platform, so I won't give my opinion of it in any way, shape, or form. If you follow me long enough, try to surmise what my opinion is. But yesterday the House passed a bill that criminalizes, meaning the people that do this will be arrested, criminalizes transgender affirming surgeries and treatments for minors. Now, this is the important point. For minors. You're over 18, this bill does nothing to you. I think that's, when I look at it, you can't get a tattoo till you're 18, can't join the military till you're 18, can't have a beard till you're 21, you can't vote until you're 18, can't play the lottery till you're 18. Why should you be allowed to make life-altering decisions before you're 18? And why does anybody think that's appropriate? You'll have time when you turn 18. You can do whatever you want. But why should children who may or may not be being influenced by their parents, maybe it's their real feelings, but maybe it's not. When I was a kid, I thought I wanted to be a Dalmatian after I saw 101 Dalmatians. Got on all fours, ran around the house, me and my niece, pretending we were Dalmatians. As it happens, I'm not a Dalmatian. Neither is my niece. So this bill passed. Democrats are furious about it. I want you to hear one. And let me know what you think in the comments.
From Vermont, Representative Ballant for 2 minutes.
Gentlelady from Vermont is recognized for 2 minutes.
Thank you, Madam Speaker. I rise today in fierce opposition to Representative Green's bill that would throw doctors and parents in jail for providing life-saving medical care. Even for Republicans, this is extreme. Are we really attempting to lock up parents and doctors? Your kids' medical care is none of their damn business. We should call this obsession with your kids and what treatment they're getting in the pediatrician's office what it is. It's creepy. It's a creepy obsession, and we've had to deal with it for years. The science is clear. Evidence-based, medically necessary care for transgender youth is safe, it's effective, it's supported by every major medical association in the United States, including the American Medical Association and the American Academy of Pediatrics. My Republican colleagues know this, because this intentionally discriminatory bill includes a bunch of exemptions to allow other kids to get the exact same medical care. I call on my colleagues to vote no on this truly reprehensible piece of legislation. Congress should not be making medical decisions for your kids. And for this reason, at the appropriate time, I will offer a motion to recommit this bill back to committee. If the House rules permitted, I would have offered the motion with an important amendment to this bill. My amendment would ensure that this bill does not compromise the private medical records of a minor or result in parents or doctors being thrown in jail. I ask.
Let the kids be kids. That's all. Okay? That's it. You can't let the kids be kids. Who the fuck is the kid? It's not a kid. Matter of fact, let the child be a child. Let that being be what they are for 18 years until they can pay for it they goddamn self. Because I ain't trying to come up out of my pocket with the shit. It's not my problem. Okay? That person needs to get some psychiatric help, to tell you the truth. But where are all the hospitals going? Tell me shit.
Let me teach y'all how to really get in alignment with the universe. December 21st through the 24th is the time for rest. It's the time for stillness. It's the time for peace. The reason I know this is because I know to follow the cycles, not no man-made calendars. Before anything is reborn, it has to rest. Just look at the sun, exactly what it does December 21st, which is considered the winter solstice. Before I was about to record this, I was talking about Christmas, and my daughter Jada was like, "You mean Xmas?" And I just laughed because When I was younger, I used to get in trouble for saying that. And I'm like, why I can't say Xmas? See, here's the thing, like everything else, they ain't know why I couldn't say it. They just didn't feel like it was right. See, my soul always knew it was something about that Xmas. And now that I think about it, they did tell me it was because we was taking Christ out of Christmas. Oh, okay, that's cute. Y'all made that shit up on the fly. I get it. See, once again, my spirit knew before my mind had language for it. Now that I'm wiser, I come to learn that Xmas was not about taking Christ out of anything. It was actually about the sun. And just like the whole Bible was. The 21st through the 24th is the sun's rebirth moment. Then on the 25th, it begins to rise again. Sounds so familiar. That's the rebirth, the return of the light. I always tell y'all, different story, same cycle. For all my peeps that been following me for a minute, I rock with y'all, first of all. But let me just let y'all know, and let me remind y'all of what I tell y'all all the time. The cross is not about no wood. No. It's not about the wood. It's about the crossing of the sun. That's why when I posed the question of why do people wear the cross, if that's the symbolism of what Jesus died on, like it makes no sense. Then they come back trying to rationalize it, and I'm like, but you're still wrong. See, I know it's about, again, the crossing of the sun. The vertical line represents the path of the sun throughout the year. The horizontal line represents the equinoxes. Together, they form the symbol of balance, life, death, rebirth. When people say Jesus is the light, they're not technically being metaphorical, because the light has always been referred to or known as consciousness, awareness, life force. Sound familiar again, because what give life to the earth? Could have sworn that was the sun. The difference is light wasn't worshipped. Light was honored. That's the patriarchy wanting people to worship. And a white man with blue eyes at that. Taking it back to that story time I told y'all, when I was about 8 and I was swinging my feet on them pews and I looked up on that stained glass and I saw that white Jesus with that long blonde hair and those blue eyes, and I'm looking around the church and everybody looked like me, but yet they singing praises for somebody that don't look like them. So how do you think that made people feel? Okay, I'm not even gonna get off on that, but again, that's the imagery that they gave you. Of course, they twisted what the 21st through the 24th actually means and why it matters so much. It's not about no gifts. It's not about rushing around and stressing trying to buy these gifts just to put yourself further back. It's actually about stillness before your resurrection. So again, do what the sun does. Rest, rebirth, resurrection. Ready for them seeds that you've been planting all year long to bloom come March. Get in the comments and let me know your thoughts. Peace, love, and light, and gratitude for watching.
Yeah, that's a good message right there. Says I pray to Asian Jesus. I mean, technically isn't Asian Jesus black Jesus? Because ain't Asians technically black, they just wanted to get whiter because of the Caucasian. I don't know. It is what it is. Let's keep it moving.
I told you guys about these Naga serpents. They were awaking. They were moving. There was a 7.0 earthquake in the Philippines today, followed by one that was 5.2, another 5.0, and another 4.6. But you know the most amazing part of it? If you follow me, then we've learned so much about the Naga serpents, like Nagasaki. We've learned so much about them, all right? Guess where these took place at? Where do you think this is near? They know. Oh, they know. As you can see here, this is where that 7.0 earthquake took place at in the Philippines, followed by one that was a 5.0, another that's 5.2, 4.6, 5.0, and another 5.0. But I want you guys to pay close attention. What's the name of this place here? Naga City. Holy. You can't make this shit up. You cannot make this shit up, people. Naga City. We've learned so much about the Naga serpents and Nagasaki. That's why I even bought my snake and I named her Naga. Now, could you imagine why there would be a 7.0 earthquake near Naga City? I told you. They're waking up. They're moving. The more this place thaws and warms out, the more they're gonna move. This is amazing. I'm at a point right now where I don't know where to tell anyone to go. I'm not sure if any one of us can escape what we have coming.
Man, I hope we do. And I hope these people over here doing that ritualistic shit don't bring that bitch up. I don't want no problems. I like life.
It's not even you making you think that way. We are in a spiritual war, bro. This is a war, my nigga. And us that's waking up, the chosen ones, it's our job to take control of this shit. Now, what do I mean by a spiritual war? You have to understand, we are slaves, bro. We are slaves in our own mind. Slavery, that black versus white shit, that shit is dead. That's a cover-up for the real thing that's going on that you can't see with these two eyes. That's why I'm coming on here throwing it in your face, telling you, you are not your thoughts. Your thoughts is easy to be manipulated. Bro, thoughts that you be having be coming from beings that you can't even see. You have to understand, this shit feeds off your energy if you're not taking care of yourself, if you at a very low vibration. When I come on here, I'm not talking for my health, my nigga. I'm not talking for views or for money. This shit is real out here. You know?
I feel you, man. Feel you, bro.
It's not even you making you think that way. We are in a spiritual war, bro.
Oh, thanks, Leela. Appreciate the follow. You know what I'm saying? Natural follows the help. Oh, how are you? I haven't even been paying attention, my bad. Because I've been on YouTube and stuff, you know what I'm saying? My YouTube chat booming a little bit more than anywhere else. So I usually just pay attention to that. Because as you can see, I get like people like this HBYUF dude. And he just wants to send me stuff by like, I don't know what the hell he's trying to sell me. But I ain't buying, you know what I'm saying? That ain't my problem. But yo, thanks, Leela. If you want, you can follow over on YouTube too. It's under like Buddha Mike. Yeah. Because I am the light. See if I can type it in the chat. Probably. I think I got something in the chat. Like you can follow us. You could join the stream too. So you smelling what I'm smelling? I'm selling. Yeah, for real. What up, Nudie? Holy shit. Nudie in the building. What it do? Let me hit my shit real quick. I already know.
This is a woman who has turned scandals into empires and controversy into primetime television. So if something truly went wrong that night, the spin machine would have activated instantly. And sure enough, outlets like TMZ and Page 6 painted the event as flawless, glamorous, and drama-free, conveniently leaving out any mention of police or ambulances. Meanwhile, the internet was locked onto that short clip of an emergency vehicle leaving Jeff Bezos' property like it was a missing puzzle piece. So what actually happened? Who needed medical attention? Why did the celebration end so abruptly? And why is everyone acting like nothing happened at all? Because when you're partying inside a 14,000 square foot mansion on 10 acres of land, built like Fort Knox and wrapped in security cameras and guards, there are no accidents and no surprises. Someone knew, someone made a call, and someone wanted it buried. Let's rewind. A billionaire fortress, iron gates, private security, a noise complaint that makes zero sense, an ambulance leaving mid-celebration, a party that freezes the moment emergency lights hit the driveway. This isn't giving minor inconvenience, this is giving someone broke billionaire code. What exactly goes down inside a $175 million estate that requires emergency response and a perfectly coordinated PR cleanup? Because the timeline doesn't add up, the excuse doesn't hold, and the silence is louder than the music ever was. If this were truly nothing, why the lockdown? Why the crisis management energy? And let's be honest, the cover story was lazy, almost insulting. Even the tabloids barely tried. Just noise complaint, everything fine, everyone happy, please. This is Kris Jenner. The woman could turn a flat tire into a Hulu special. If she's not talking, it's because something is being handled, quietly, carefully, and very deliberately. Now here's where this story stops being cute and starts getting uncomfortable. Footage began circulating online, quick clips, shaky angles immediately scrubbed and reposted, showing an ambulance pulling away from the Bezos property. And if you slow it down, really look, the details are loud. Security suddenly tightening formation, guests being gently but firmly redirected toward exits. Black SUVs lining up like a military drill, and then the faces, Oprah, Paris Hilton, and a few other unmistakable silhouettes, quietly escorted out, no waves, no smiles, no lingering for photos. Nobody looked panicked, but nobody looked relaxed either. The vibe wasn't celebration anymore. It was containment, controlled, surgical, like someone hit a red button and the entire operation flipped into damage control mode within seconds. And that's when the real question hits you in the chest. Why does a billionaire need a public ambulance at all? Let's be real. These people have private doctors on speed dial, private medics on payroll, and private hospital wings that don't even appear on maps. Billionaires don't call 911. Their assistants call lawyers, fixers, and NDAs. So if an actual ambulance lights on, paperwork involved, witnesses guaranteed was summoned to Jeff Bezos' estate, that means protocol was broken. On purpose. Someone inside said, forget optics, forget silence, this is past the point of spin. And do you understand how bad a situation has to be for someone that powerful to invite police reports, emergency logs, and third-party records into their home? That's why this story feels different. Because when billionaires lose control of the narrative, even briefly, that's when reality slips through the cracks. So here's the rule. Anytime you see an ambulance leaving a billionaire's estate during a private event, there are 5 questions you should immediately ask, no exceptions. Consider this your pop culture survival checklist, because billionaires don't summon emergency services for headaches or bad vibes. They call them when something threatens the illusion. First question, was someone sick or was someone caught?
That is a fantastic question. That is a fantastic question. I like the way they go right there. You know what I mean? You know what I mean?
Say this carefully because I know how the internet gets. But when rappers, especially mainstream rappers, start saying fuck the streets, I think that's lazy and I think it's dangerous. Not because the streets are good, not because the streets don't destroy lives, but because words without plans don't liberate people, they abandon them. Here's the problem. When a rapper who's made it out says fuck the streets, the message doesn't land on politicians, city council, or systems. It lands on the kids still in it. And to them, it doesn't sound like growth. It sounds like I got mine, you're on your own. That's different from accountability. That's disassociation. And disassociation feels empowering to the person who escaped, but devastating to the people still trapped. Because now the streets aren't just dangerous, they're worthless. And once you tell people they're worthless, they stop trying to protect anything. That's how you get more violence, not less. Here's the other issue. Fuck the streets sounds revolutionary, but it actually avoids responsibility. It skips the hard part. The hard part is saying I survived something broken, and now I have a responsibility not to romanticize it or abandon it. There's a difference between rejecting lifestyles and rejecting the people shaped by it. You can say, I don't glorify street culture anymore. That's growth. You can say, I don't want kids thinking this is the only way. That's leadership. But when you just say, fuck the streets with no follow-up, no plan, no framework, that's not wisdom. That's a mic drop with no cleanup. And we've seen better ways to do this, real examples. You don't have to fund every block to be responsible. You don't have to save everybody. But you can redirect without shitting on people. Some artists stop using street talk in their music entirely and pivot to ownership, business, and family narratives. That's silent leadership. Others invest in trade programs, recording studios, or local businesses that hire people who would otherwise be written off. That's practical help. Some mentor behind the scenes and never post it. That's maturity. Notice what they don't do. They don't insult the environment that shaped them just to prove they've outgrown it. Because growth doesn't require disrespect. Growth requires replacement. If you're done with the streets, cool. But what are you replacing them with? What's the alternative you're offering? Because tearing down an identity without offering a new one creates confusion. And confused people don't heal, they spiral. So no, the answer isn't stay loyal to the streets. And it's not fuck the streets either. The answer is, I understand where I came from. I understand why it's broken. And I'm intentional about not feeding the cycle. And that's how you evolve without erasing people. That's how you escape without slamming the door behind you. And that's how influence actually becomes leadership.
But he was on to something right there, I'll tell you what. So that slow people. For real. Probably mean it too. But yeah, a lot of people out there are slow, Angela. Now a lot of people know that they're in a simulation. We're the only ones who know that, like, the system's broken and shit, and we're over here playing Tron and shit, and we see there's little cracks in the wall. We're just peeking through the shit, you feel me? We gonna escape the matrix one way or another, though.
I could love you, but if the shit you got going on around you could cause harm to me, or it's disruptive to my peace, I'm gonna have to let you go do that, cause I'm over here. And I love you enough to tell you the truth.
Unpopular opinion, but I don't think anybody is wrong for believing Jordan, okay? Trigger warning, we are talking about sexual assault in this video, so I'm sure we've all seen the story by now, but if you haven't, this streamer, content creator, Jordan, accused another streamer of sexual assault, and, you know, it went crazy. He finally spoke out and gave his side of the story with receipts, and it paints a completely different story. And unfortunately, based on the receipts he has, it does appear that she lied about the whole entire thing. My problem with this whole thing is obviously people are sharing his stream where he shows all of his receipts, which is completely fine, you know, to share that to, you know, vindicate him. But all in the comments, it's just straight people blaming, you know, women and other people for believing her. Why would y'all believe her anyways? I never believed her. Y'all are slow if you believed her. And it's just like, why are we blaming the deceived instead of the deceptor? Like, why would she lie? Why, like, instead of being mad at people for believing her, direct that energy towards her for lying. Because if a woman says that, you know, she was taken advantage of, why would we not believe her? Why would we not believe her? I'm glad that he had, you know, the receipts to show that, you know, he was innocent. But again, why are y'all more mad at the people for believing her instead of her for lying? I also don't understand why she would lie like this with, you know, those text messages. Like, I could see, like, you could definitely tell that she probably was, like, you know, regretting that she even messed around with him. But I mean, he has a girlfriend. If you just wanted to, like, you know, finesse him, you could have said, I'm going to tell your girlfriend. But to concoct this whole story that, you know, he did these things to you, and he has proof, and you know that he has proof that that's not what happened. And the Zelle, you know, request with the memo, the meme you sent him, you know that you did all of this. So it's just very psychotic that she would go that far, you know. I don't know. Nonetheless, I think the energy should be towards her and not towards people for believing her. Because why would we suspect that she was lying about something like that?
Well, if the thing is, Angela, since you don't understand, the girl Jordania, whatever her name is, basically tried to say that this dude SA'd her when he didn't pay her the $2,000 that she wanted, because she was basically trying to say she's selling pussy. And then she didn't come off as saying that straightforward, but that's what she was doing, was selling cat. And he's like, well, I don't think I should be able to pay for that, because since you gave it to me like that, man, you know what I'm saying? Because she found out the dude had a girl, and she thought it was like some court and shit. Like, oh, she gonna let him hit, and then she gonna be the light skinned friend that fucks up this dude's money. You know what I'm saying? Because she just a clout chaser, really, and she was just looking for her handout. You know what I'm saying? Hey, no, hey, what did I say? Havaredi. You could join. I sent the link. You could join that link. You know what I'm saying? Come over to YouTube, you know. It's like with a mic on YouTube. Come over here. Fix you up. You know what I'm saying? Join anytime. Anytime.
If
Yeah, they're not going out like that. But yeah, Angela, if it's not letting you type something, you just have to space it out more when you writing it. You know what I'm saying? Like, have it to where you can't really read it unless you put certain words together. You feel? Because the algorithm should be doing shit sometimes. Yeah.
They caught President Obama absolutely cold, Tulsi Gabbard. What they did to this country in 2016, starting in 2016, but going up all the way going up to 2020 in the election. They tried to rig the election, and they got caught. And there should be very severe consequences for that. You know, when we caught Hillary Clinton, I said, you know what? Let's not go too far here. It's the ex-wife of a president, and I thought it was sort of terrible. And I let her off the hook, and I'm very happy I did. But it's time to start, after what they did to me, and whether it's right or wrong, it's time to go after people. Obama's been caught directly. So people say, oh, you know, a group. It's not a group. It's Obama. His orders are on the paper. The papers are signed. The papers came right out of their office. They sent everything to be highly classified. Well, the highly classified's been released. And what they did in 2016 and in 2020 is very criminal. It's criminal at the highest level. So that's really the things you should be talking about. I know nothing about the other, but I think it's appropriate that they do go.
May I ask you about that, Mr. President? Tulsi Gabbard has submitted a criminal referral to the Department of Justice. From your perspective, who should the DOJ target as part of their investigation? What specific figures in the Obama administration?
Well, based on what I read, and I read pretty much what you read, it would be President Obama. He started it. And Biden was there with him, and Comey was there, and Clapper, the whole group was there. Brennan, they were all there in a room. Right here, this was the room. This is much more beautiful than it was then, but that's okay. I have nice pictures up that came out of the vaults. They were there for 100 years. This is much more beautiful. We have the Declaration of Independence now in the room, which wasn't here. I guess people didn't feel too good about putting it here, but I do. But you know what? If you look at those papers, they have them stone cold, and it was President Obama. It wasn't lots of people all over the place. It was them too. But the leader of the gang was President Obama, Barack Hussein Obama. Have you heard of him? And except for the fact that he gets shielded by the press for his entire life, that's the one they... Look, he's guilty. It's not a question. You know, I like to say, let's give it time. It's there. He's guilty. This was treason. This was every word you can think of. They tried to steal the election. They tried to obfuscate the election. They did things that nobody's ever even imagined, even in other countries. You've seen some pretty rough countries. This man has seen some pretty rough countries, but you've never seen anything like it. And we have all of the documents. And from what Tulsi told me, she's got thousands of additional documents coming. So President Obama, it was his concept, his idea, but he also got it from crooked Hillary Clinton. Crooked is a $3 bill. Hillary Clinton and her group, the Democrats, spent $12 million to Christopher Steele to write up a report that was a total fake report. Took 2 years to figure that out, but it came out that it was a total fake report. It was made up fiction. And they used that. The one thing they weren't able to do was to, and probably the only thing I respect about the press in years is the press refused to write it before the election. They refused to put it in. The Steele report was a disaster. All lies, all fabrication, all admitted, and admitted fraud. She paid $12 million, and the Democrats, for that report to a wise guy named Christopher Steele. He wrote a phony report, and they wanted to get that report in before the election. And I'll tell you what, I talk about all the time, the fake news, how bad it is, but in this case, they wouldn't do it. They saw it, they read it, and they said, we don't believe it. And it was only after, substantially, like a month and a half after the election, that it got printed, and it was a big wisp. It was just like a bang of nothing, because the election had ended. If that report had gotten published by the New York Times or somebody, and I respect the Times for maybe only this, because they're crooked as you can be. They're a terrible paper, a crooked, corrupt paper. But for this one moment, they said, this is bullshit, we can't put this in. And neither could any other paper. Wall Street Journal's a lousy paper, very, very dishonest paper. As you see, I'm suing them for a lot of money because they do things very badly. It's got a nice name, but it's really, in my opinion, it's a terrible paper. And it can be corrupt. But just so you know, they didn't take the Steele report. It was the dossier. Remember the famous dossier? I called it the fake news dossier. The news wouldn't publish it. And I'm amazed. They had 2.5 months. It was finished. 2.5 months. That was supposed to be what was going to happen. And it got published a couple of months after the election. And frankly, nobody cared too much about it. But that was a big thing. No, we caught Hillary Clinton. We caught Barack Hussein Obama. They're the ones. And then you have many, many people under them. Susan Rice. They're all there. The names are all there. And I guess they figured they're going to put this in classified information and nobody will ever see it again, but it doesn't work that way. And it's the most unbelievable thing I think I've ever read. So you ought to take a look at that and stop talking about nonsense, because this is big stuff. Never has a thing like this happened in the history of our country. And by the way, it morphed into the 2020 race. And the 2020 race was rigged, and it was a rigged election. And because it was rigged, we have millions of people in our country. We had inflation. We solved the inflation problem. But millions and millions of people came into our country because of that. And people that shouldn't have been, people from gangs and from jails and from mental institutions, people that we don't want in our country, people that we're getting out, dangerous people. 11,888 murderers, many of them 50%, more than 50%, murdered more than one person. I hate to say this with such a distinguished guest, but, you know, they asked me a question. I got to answer the question. No, Barack Hussein Obama is the ringleader. Hillary Clinton was right there with him, and so was Sleepy Joe Biden, and so were the rest of them. Comey, Clapper, the whole group. And they tried to rig an election, and they got caught. And then they did rig the election in 2020. And then because I knew I won that election by a lot, I did it a third time, and I won in a landslide. Every swing state won the popular vote. But I won that all the same way in 2020. And look at the damage that was caused.
Damn, son. Yo, what up, Sick? What it do, Mountain? How y'all doing? I appreciate the thumbs up. Appreciate the likes. People need that in their life. You know what I'm saying? Sicko.
Yeah, boy.
What up, what up?
Why are you playing my videos out of context? I did not ask for this. You are misrepresenting me. All right, these are not the things I have said. I only called him Barack Hussein Obama. All right, why are you doing this to me? Why do you do this, sir? What up, fool?
Shit. I'm not taking them videos out of context, man. You know, we gotta play that shit to make it. Yeah. Hey, you called me at the end of my show because I usually only do 2 hours.
Oh, I just wanted to fuck.
Nah, you good, bro?
Say what's up to you.
What's up? So he putting them people in bracelets. They probably already in Guantanamo. We just walking around playing with NPC clones and shit. You know what I'm saying? They over there with controllers and shit, remotely controlling these people. You see how a motherfucking dude keep falling going upstairs? You only do that with a remote control. He don't know how to work his thumbs yet.
Yeah. Yeah, I just want to hop in and say what's up to you, man. Shit, that's all good.
Yeah. How's truck driving going?
It's going. We're running ahead of schedule, so it's all good. Eastbound and down, loaded up and trucking. Literally.
Dude, this fucking foggy as fuck out here in Illinois, bro.
Oh, I'm over here. I'm on the edge. I'm over here off 9490 coming out of Wisconsin. We got a little fog over here, but
that's that radiation fog. That's that Fukushima fog. You feel me? See, that's what people don't know. You know what I mean? Watch when we have mutated ass plants and dogs having big ass blisters and cats with fucking shit on their face and shit.
The fuck?
Everybody's under experiment, you know what I'm saying? We just petri dish people. At this point, they already tried to jibby jab everybody. Can't jibby jab them, they're gonna feed it to them. You know what I'm saying?
True that.
But shit, all right, dude. Thanks for coming through. Hit this outro real quick. Bang.
Friends are some of the fakest people you ever have in your life. Because friends will never allow you to just be yourself. Oh, man, nigga, you sound like you're getting weak. Oh, man, you sound like you get... They ain't gonna let you say, man, I'm hurt right now, homie. I feel like hurt. They gonna go tell somebody, man, nigga talking about killing himself. So, friends don't check on nobody. Family go check on your family.
We had a saying where we would be like, peace, be safe. But then we heard Nipsey say, stay dangerous. And I never understood it. But then when I finally understood it, it hit me like a ton of bricks. Stay dangerous. Because when you are, you're aware. If you're part of the danger, you can see the danger around you as well. You have to stay dangerous. Because if we're not, we're going to get caught unaware. And then we're just a pawn being used. When you carry yourself like a king, you will be.